So welcome back to my house. So we have successfully finished renovations here, which we are all very thankful for. I have a newfound respect for all of my homeowners that have to live through renovations. But come on in here. I want to show you one of the first big changes that we made. Last time we were here, we kind of saw the unfinished product, right? This used to be a bedroom. It was a single door opening right here. It was really dark. We had stuff all over the place because there was no good storage solutions. And look at the change we made. So as you walk through the front door, you have this beautiful double door opening that just makes the living space feel a lot larger than it is because you can look out. We have this set up as an office, but if you wanted to, you can make this a playroom, additional living space, however you want to set up this room. It's kind of like a flex room, if you will. You've got these double doors that open up into the room, and on the walls we have actually a custom painting job. It is not wallpaper, although it looks like it. So for upkeep and for maintenance, it's a lot easier just having the painted wallpaper. So if we ever changed our mind about the pattern, we can go ahead and change it or just simply paint over it. And then around the room, you'll see that the same color that's reflected in the wallpaper is also mimicked in the ceiling paint, the trim, and my favorite feature of this room, the custom wardrobe cabinet that we have. So in here, we've got great storage solution. I have it set up as an office, so I've got a lot of like office things in here, but we also have the ability to make this a guest room. So if you wanted to hang, coats or any sort of robe or clothing items, you have the ability to do that too. So again, going back to that flex room where you can kind of make this whatever you want it to be. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I think that it's a fun, interesting room that is kind of a splash of color in contrast to the rest of the house. So as we keep going, we'll go down the hallway over here and check out how this opening has changed. Look, it's finished now. And now this functions as a true pocket door, so if you did have guests, you can close the door and have the privacy you need. The opening to the bathroom shifted down, and that's how we were able to finish off the pocket door from last time. And now we have this beautiful second bathroom. Not a lot has changed finish-wise, but we did move it. So there used to be a closet that was about right here where I'm standing, and by getting rid of that closet, we were able to make the primary bathroom larger than it is. And we kind of updated the wall tile in here. We made this a little bit more light than it was before. It used to be like a gray marble look porcelain, and actually when we took those tiles off the wall, they literally fell off the wall. So it's good that we changed the tub surround tile. And then as you come over here, this is the same vanity that you saw before. We just moved the location, changed the plumbing rough-in to bring it closer to the hallway, so we had that extra room for the primary suite. Lots of new fixtures, all polished nickel fixtures, which is one of my favorite fixtures. This hook I just have to highlight because it is such a cool hook. You can actually twist it both ways, so you can multi-function. One hook is two. It's a Renovation, which is, again, one of my favorites. Let's keep going down here. So over here in the bedrooms, we didn't do a ton of changes. We really just changed out the door hardware and the doors so that it's this nice, really clean single panel doors with unlacquered brass hardware. And then into the primary suite. Again, not a ton of changes here. We polished up the floor, so the terrazzo is original to the home, and we just kind of brought it back to life by polishing it and making it look brand new. Biggest change that we made is probably our primary bathroom. So one of the first changes that we made was by, of course, expanding the bathroom. And by doing that, we were able to move the door from this corner to the center of the bathroom. So this allowed us to utilize the space in the most efficient way possible. So we were able to actually put a 2 vanity sink in the bathroom that previously only had 1. So if you remember the setup before, we had a very small sink about the size of this sink if you were to cut it off, the toilet here, and then a really small shower next to that. But of course, we got rid of the closet in the hallway, so that allowed us to shift everything out about 2 feet this way. And by doing that, we were able to do a double sink here, expand the shower another 2 feet and make it a little bit wider than it was previously. and moved the toilet into the corner over here, so it's kind of tucked away out of sight when you walk into the bathroom. So finish-wise, we kind of did the same finishes that you'll see throughout the house. So polished nickel, faucets in polished nickel, fixtures, the shower door handle, the shower fixtures, the hooks, the toilet paper holder, all of that is polished nickel. And then we did unlacquered brass touches. So the light fixtures, you'll see the same unlacquered brass and actually the same shade shape that we have in the kitchen for the pendant lights. So you'll see those. And then on the hardware, we went with an unlacquered brass on the hardware with a back plate. So the hardware was actually a little bit tricky in our bathroom because this is a prefabricated vanity. So the spacing between the hardware was a strange size that you couldn't find fixtures that were up to my standards in the spacing that they had. So what we did is we actually drilled new holes further apart to create the vanity that you see here today. And we used this back plate to hide the old holes that were there. So to me, I thought that this hardware kind of elevated the vanity altogether because previously the hardware is black and that's just not really the style of this home in general. So by changing the hardware in the vanity, it really makes this pretty inexpensive vanity look a lot nicer. So it's a fun little trick of the trade. So in the shower, we use a super high shower enclosure. So that kind of, again, makes the ceilings feel higher, even though it's only an 8-foot ceiling. By bringing those sight lines up, it makes everything feel higher and elevated. And the floor that we did in the shower is actually the same floor that you'll see out in the main bathroom. So we did a mosaic tile in the center, a marble surround around that kind of frames that out, and then the same tile that's on the walls in the shower created this border that goes around. So that actually makes your walls feel taller than they are, because from back where you're standing, your sight line, that part of the floor actually, as an illusion, looks like part of the wall. So that's kind of a fun trick there. Also, we did a tileable drain. So Schluter makes these amazing tileable drains where you can use the floor tile as part of the drain. So it gives this really elevated look where you would normally have, an ugly like grate or metal color in the middle of your shower. Here, we have this beautiful tile that continues on the floor and you just have this very subtle cutout around it. So that's part of the Schluter system that we did as part of the shower, so you have to plan for this early on. In addition, the shower, we did 2 shower heads, so you'll see the one here, but we also have one in the corner over here. And the valve that we use actually allows us to use both shower heads at the same time. So this is a really cool feature, especially if you have a husband and wife that work the same hours, they have to get ready at the same time in the morning. It's kind of the same idea of having the double vanities. You have the double shower, so you have the ability to shower at the same time if you need to. And then in this corner, it's hard to see from where you are, but we've got a little shampoo niche to hide all of the shower accessories that you need. It's nifty storage solutions like that I love, where you're kind of putting them out of sight, but it's still really practical, right? You need to have access to those things when you're in the shower. You can't have a shower that's all glass and not have a place to store your belongings that you're using in the shower. So what's really great about using a solid stone like a marble is that you can actually take the stone and cut the edge off to create a custom bevel edge. We did the same thing over here at the entrance to the bathroom. So it kind of created this sloped edge going down to the terrazzo because I really didn't want to have a threshold here. And that's something that's very unique to a solid stone. You can't do this detail with a porcelain tile or even with a ceramic tile. You especially can't do it with a ceramic tile. With those tiles, you need to use what's called a Schluter transition system, which is a metal piece, or you have to buy a custom bevel tile that is actually made in the factory. So this is special to using like a marble or a solid stone. Let's head over back to the kitchen and look at some changes we made in the dining room and then continue outside to see the outdoor improvements. So going back towards the front of the house, we actually did some small changes in the dining room as well. So We decided to go a little darker in here because the rest of the house is so light. We did a white for the most part in the common areas. So in this room, I really wanted to do something that was a little more bold and really drew your eye from the front door towards the backyard. So we did this gray blue in here that really is like a lot darker, but I think that it really goes with the rest of the house and is a nice pop of color, if you will. We changed the light fixture, so very small change there. But the biggest change, I think, was changing out these old windows and making them new. And really, it allows you to see the backyard so much more clearly and really focus on one of my favorite parts of the house. So let's go on to the backyard and see the more major changes that we made out here. So one of the first things that we did was we took down the screen enclosure that was here before. It's always nice to have a screen enclosure, but this one was really old and decrepit, and it had a carpet floor, and it was really bad, and it just looked so ugly. And they made it so low that even though it was shaded, it was so hot because the metal would take the heat and it would make it really hot in that room. So it wasn't even a great use of space. So what we did is we demolished the screen enclosure and all of the concrete that was underneath that. And then we were able to do these cast in place pavers. So we formed up all of the pavers with wood, we poured them solid with concrete, and then we went back and we painted all of the pavers the same color as the pool deck. So this pool deck is the same from before, but by painting it the same color, it kind of ties these two spaces together. And then in order to do the AstroTurf that's in between the pavers, we poured paver base, so it's kind of like a sandy rock textured base, and then put that up about, so the pavers themselves are about 4 inches, so we did the paver base to about 3 inches, and then the AstroTurf took up the rest of the space. And the AstroTurf is actually secured with landscape staples. So if you look, especially at these intersections, and you pull back some of the grass, you'll be able to see buried underneath here a staple. And those staples are what allow these to stay in place even with weather and wind and rain that we get in Florida. But if you pull out all the strands and then you bury it back, you can't see them at all. So it creates this really nice pattern, and to me, I thought that it really elevated the space back here, made it a lot more usable, tied it into the pool deck, and really makes the pool look a lot nicer than when we originally had the house. So really happy with that. And then our final touch was doing new sod, adding some more rocks to just kind of make everything look nice and fresh and new.